What it do, y'all? Back by popular demand, another episode of Wrestling with the Exotics with your boys, Franchise Jerry and my dog.
I think I need to feed you water.
And we back to talk about the news all over again. The WWE champ is in the room. Let's get started, my dog. First thing I want to talk about is WWE seemingly pushing AEW out the door. Now, there's been several reports that WWE Monday Night Raw in particular is looking for a new home, and that being a new network. So they will be leaving the USA Network. And me and him have just been discussing what networks should get Monday Night Raw, because we don't really want to see Monday Night Raw go to TBS. You know what I mean? Or TNT. It doesn't.
An awkward fit.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the Raw brand. Like SmackDown could do that and has done that, and it fitted better. But with Monday Night Raw, like Monday Night Raw is just a different vibe, and I done got so used to them being on the USA Network, I don't really want to see them nowhere else for real. But I get, as a company, you know, you got to evolve.
Changes.
Yeah, and you know, it's all about where that money at. So right now, AEW is in jeopardy of losing their position on TBS, and they might have to go to Discovery or the CW network. There's a bunch of other companies that I think Monday Night Raw should go to, like ABC, Fox, MTV, maybe even, you know, FX, because FX got the movies.
Monday Night Raw is a movie.
Hey, yo, and then right after Monday Night Raw, then you get to see the X-Men or something crazy.
That'd be dope.
I wouldn't mind it. With that being said, how do you feel about AEW getting pushed out the door, and where do you see them landing in the future?
I feel like this is just a ploy for WWE to distract them, and it's more so because, you know, one Bill Phil, he's now back in good graces of WWE, and he was when he originally returned to Collision, he bragged about the Warner Networks, how they bragged about him and called him one Bill Phil, and how he can make money and shit like that. So I feel like this is just them flexing the power of like what he could stomp y'all AEW, but like we said initially, it's an awkward fit, and I feel like WWE is not gonna go just. Even though they compete with AEW to some degree, they're not going to go out of their comfort zone and just to stick it to them like that and go on that network. That network's always been syndicated with, like, Turner Sports. So that means that, like, Ted Turner, like, WCW product, the NBA on TNT, shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's just... It's never... That WWE's never been associated with that network. So I don't see them just establishing that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it'd be a good fit, bro. But overall, bro, I would love to see Monday Night Raw go to MTV. I feel like that would be the perfect fit, and it would also be able to give them some type of resurgence as a company, because all they do is play reruns of Catfish and Martin, Cheaters, you name it, all the old shows. And I just like MTV. I want MTV to come back to prominence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be more effective in the culture.
Exactly, like they used to be. Like, I don't know how MTV fell so short and has been so dormant to where all they got is reruns. Really? Like, come on now. Imagine Monday Night Raw being on MTV. Like, yo, that shit would turn up. And then I feel like they would also raise the ratings for MTV tremendously right now. Because, yeah, I mean, how much ratings are you getting by playing Martin reruns all the time? You know what I'm trying to say?
It can't be a lot, man.
It can't be a lot.
WWE is going to bring in... That's one thing I love about wrestling, and especially as we get older and learn the business, you see how much money is in wrestling. And I feel like if more people understand the business of wrestling, how much money is in it.
Oh, yeah, they would fuck with it.
People would be more receptive to their kids wanting to be wrestlers.
The problem is too many people are so quick to denounce wrestling and be like, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. But at the same time, go and sit down and watch.
The money is real, though.
The money is real. The injuries is real. Like, you know what I mean? And shit, you motherfuckers like watching movies and shit. Movies is fake. Like, come on now. You like to read books. Most books is fake. Like, come on now. I hate that narrative. And every time I'm watching a wrestling match with somebody that doesn't typically watch wrestling, they always looking like, ooh, shit.
This is cool.
And, they looking like, ooh, shit, that looks like it really hurt. And I'd be instantly telling them, like, yes, bro, wrestling is like that.
Or you know what they look like, too? They look like they don't want to get too hype in front of you because they've been denouncing and talking so much shit, so they don't want to really be like,
that, too.
I like this shit now. Like, I
get embarrassed.
I sit down and watch it, and now it's like thoughtless entertainment.
The typical reaction that I get, though, is motherfuckers being like, oh, shit, that looked like it really hurt. And I'm like, yeah, it did. Imagine Let me slam you on your neck like that, and let's see how fast you spring up.
And he got to continue the match.
Bro, fuck continue the match. He got to what they call it, chain wrestle. So, like, imagine a nigga hitting you with 5 moves at once, and you just got to keep getting up and getting up. Even though the first one really tore the club up.
Can't break character.
Can't break character or nothing. And you can't fuck his thing up because it's going to throw the whole match off. So, like, bro, like, there's pressures and levels to wrestling that people don't understand.
The moment the bell rings, you got to do your part just so you got to worry about your other wrestler doing his. So that way it can have cohesion in the ring and everything can turn out how you guys
It's very detrimental that you do. It is very.
Super.
Come on now.
Moving right along, I just wanted to mention to you about the Continental Classic and how we pretty much depicted what was going to happen and who needed to win. And Swerve did beat Roosh, which I was kind of disappointed, but I knew that was going to happen. And Switchblade did beat Moxley, which means it's going to be a triple threat next week to determine who is going to be the winner of the Gold League. And I can't wait to figure out who's going to win. And I think it should be Switchblade. I know you were saying that initially. I agree with you. Just because it just makes the most sense. And, like, he had a slow start. And I'm glad to see how it's picked up.
Bang! And that's all I got to say about that. Because you're damn right, bro. He does need to win this shit. He needs that consolation prize. And overall, he just deserves it. And it's clear as day that he's the best wrestler on the roster right now. Kenny Omega's out. Unfortunately, we have to bid him adieu. And goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang. So we'll see you later, Kenny. But as far as Jay White go, he's the best one on the fucking roster right now. I don't even see Danielson being better than him. So that's why I'm like, yeah, he better win this shit. And if he don't win, you guys might be in jeopardy of losing, again, the best wrestler that you got on your fucking show, which is definitely going to give WWE the ups on you. Because, bro, when WWE pull up with that offer that they can offer, showing you the ratings and all that shit, the TV network gonna look at that, and then they gonna look at what AEW doing, and it's not gonna be a hard decision to get them boys gone. Is what I'm trying to say. So by you guys denying Jay White and keep denying Jay White and not having MJF wrestle as often as he should, or just on camera, or just being more entertaining than he already is, it's like, yo, it's going to be an easy call every time. Yeah. It's an easy call for me right now. If I was TBS and Monday Night Raw wanted to come over here, AEW, y'all going to have to go to Discovery, nigga, or somewhere. But I know. Bro, AEW is barely getting over 700,000 viewers per show. And that's AEW Collision, that's Rampage, and Dynamite. And WWE is getting 1 million just off of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT now. NXT is starting to get over the millions, bro. So I'm telling you, it's going to be an easy call. And the quickest way to do that is to keep holding Jay White. I promise you, that won't bode well. You see what happened when you let go of CM Punk.
They can't keep holding Jay White. He's too much of a talent. He does too much charisma and in-ring capability for you.
I love Swerve. I want to catch a vibe. Whoa, yeah, Swerve when I drive. I like that shit. But, nigga, I need Swerve to stay focused on that world title. I want to see you be the first ever black world heavyweight championship of a fucking company, bro. You deserve it. I want to see that. I want to see you with the Intercontinental Championship. You're not Sheldon Benjamin, bro. Okay? You're better than Sheldon Benjamin ever fucking was. So, please, stay focused.
Please. Also, quick. What do you think about the interaction between him and MJF?
I actually love that interaction between him and MJF, bro. Like, I like that Swerve reminded him, like, hey, you used to ride my coattails. You know what I mean? In a way, like, he was letting MJF know, like, bro, you was the little bro. I've been doing WWE, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, you name it. I done did everything, bro, and you was just riding around with me. So, don't forget, bro. Do not forget. But, yo, MJF, he's good on the mic. Paul is like, he's quick with it. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, he could say some witty shit that'll really have you like lightweight wanting to bust up laughing, but you don't want to give it to him because he's such an asshole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So because he told Swerve like, yeah, keep up. I'm gonna break both your arms, and you gonna always swerve when you drive. Like, he's saying little shit like this, and it's like, damn, bro. The fact that you thought about that on the fly is impressive. Like, I respect that so much. Because, like, I think that's the hardest thing to do. What we're doing is extremely hard to do. You know what I mean? That's the reason why we be having to cut our shit sometimes. Because it's not just free-flowing. Sometimes, you know, you got to stop and really think about every word because you want it to come off right. Or you know what to say, but you're so excited to say it, you fuck up saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, this shit is a real talent and at the same time blessing to do so. Yeah, shout out to MJF, and I did like that interaction. What you thought about it?
That was hilarious, bro. Every time, I feel like more and more as his reign comes to closer to an end, you get to see more of understanding why I gravitated towards him and what of a talent I see him, the talent I see within him. Especially with someone like Swerve, because I feel like Max didn't have a problem with like sharing the spotlight. He wants people to come for him so that way he can shit on them and like show.
Because that was crazy. That whole sentence was crazy.
Yeah, again.
He wanted people to come for him so he can shit on them. Whoa, that shit sounds wild.
He wants people to talk that shit so that way he can just bash them back. But at the same time, he's always willing to share the spotlight because he wants AEW to be a thriving company. He's one of the people that want competition to shit on so that way it's not just, oh, Max, you beat all these lightweight people. His resume is impressive. He beat
His resume is too impressive, and it's full of cap, and it disturbs my soul. At the same time, is why I'm going to say, bro, if he continues to beat names like that,
here we go.
Bro. Oh my God! If he continues to
he ain't gonna stop. But again, that's why he started off so like this, bro. And that's why he lose the title.
But he started off high, and he's still on a high, bro. Like I'm saying, he's beating these high level names, bro. He can't keep doing that because you're discrediting niggas that have been here and done this way longer than you. Everybody is reminding us about how you just started pretty much with the company. You were on their first show, and you was just a random nigga in the back. Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. Compared to niggas that's been doing this since we was 8. Since we was 8.
How you do it?
Bro, so mostly by cheating. So let's not even go there. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you can't keep going over Danielson. You can't keep going over Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Jay White. You can't keep doing that, bro.
Very listed, man.
Bro, but that's
high caliber.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's the same thing we're saying for Roman. You're not about to. You can't keep going over Bobby Lashley. You can't keep going over AJ Styles and these niggas, bro.
Cheat to beat Kenny. All in the last 6 months, Max ain't been cheating.
He's been discrediting these wrestlers and taking fake cap.
It's cap.
That's what's been happening,
bro. He about to, bro. So when he lose the title, you think it's still gonna be cap? His match is gonna be real then?
Bro, if he loses the title like a real nigga without cheating in that match, then he just overall lost it, bro. I come out here and give him his flowers every time he wins a match without cheating.
The last match he didn't lose without cheating, and you felt like it was no cap, and you're just like, okay, Max, you're one of them ones for real.
This one before the last, what was that? Who'd he go with? Adam Cole.
The match with Adam Cole, you talking
about? Yeah. That was like, okay, MJF, like you. That's what I'm talking about, nigga. And I can see you going over Adam Cole because he didn't bowl well in WWE as well as, or at least as well as he could have. You know what I mean? Because he had a lot of potential. He could have easily gone to the main roster and been a world champion, but that didn't happen. MJF was already world champion, and he had built up credit from the niggas that he beat recently. You know what I mean? So, like, even though he cheated in the matches, he still wrestled his ass off, and that's why I come out here and I give him his flowers. But at the same time, he cheated to win the match. Where I hold you to being good is if you ain't got no faction and you ain't doing no cheating. Like John Cena, bro. John Cena is probably just the greatest wrestler we ever seen, bro. The only wrestler to never cheat in any of his world title reigns. None of them, bro. Never had a faction. Never seen two niggas with John Cena. Like, you ain't never seen that, bro.
Never was a vibe. That was never.
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 Okay, so that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I hold niggas up to this caliber. I hold Roman up to that caliber. Like, bro, what are we doing for real? Okay, the majority of your matches, you used your cousins and you cheated to win. But you're the GOAT. I want you to do every nigga like you did Kevin Owens. Pause. If you really the GOAT, you doing that to Bobby Lashley. You doing that exactly. You victimizing Bray Wyatt. You victimizing John. All of them, bro. But you not, bro. You playing around and coming down and at the same time you about to lose these matches and then your cousins come and help you every time. Cody should be world champion right now. Type shit, bro. Because if there was if Solo wasn't there, there was no possible way that
Cody was on it,
bro. Are you serious?
Cody made me actually believe I was worried that.
How many times did he crossroad him that match, bro?
And I think the whole time I was watching it, I was like, okay. They kept asking me because both of those are two of my favorite wrestlers, and I can't believe you're gonna go for him. I'm like, I'm gonna be happy either way, but I was like, I just know Roman's gonna retain. I just had a feeling. But in that match, the way Cody wrestled, you would have swore he would have won.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But yeah, man, I give MJF his flowers and whatnot when he deserves it. But it's just time for that belt to switch hands. And when he beats Samoa Joe, I don't know how, but he's gonna beat Samoa Joe, and it's gonna be unfortunate because Samoa Joe literally dropped the Ring of Honor TV Championship just to compete for that belt, and he's wasted all this energy getting jumped by the devil and everybody just to help MJF, and then
crazy,
right? And then not winning the world title, bro. Like, that is fucked up, and that is crazy, bro. And I hate that for Joe because his prime and everything, even he's in his LeBron state right now, where you've already gone through your prime, and now you're just doing it at a high level. And you're on autopilot. Like, you're literally going to be naturally good no matter how old you get, and it's going to be there. But we can tell right now, this is still like, it's getting good. So you don't want to miss this window. You know what I'm trying to say? It's getting good. So, and you don't know how long it's going to continue to be this good. So I just feel like they're wasting Samoa Joe's window.
I agree.
Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Just like LeBron, like why they keep trying to get him a ring now, and they like fuck them picks, and again, go and draft Hachimura and all these other crazy shit.
I'm like, bro, why can't you get some good picks for him? No, like, I know we're talking about wrestling, but quick, just on LeBron, it's like I feel like they not drafting right, and at the same time, it's like everybody on the team's halfway committed and halfway is like starstruck just to be on the team with LeBron.
Yes, and they starstruck to be on the Lakers, bro. It take a different type of nigga to be on there, where them 17 rings and shit don't matter.
Make you want to go get one.
Exactly.
Not be like, damn,
I'm here. I got my name on the back of this Laker jersey. No, bro, that's lame as fuck. But yeah, Samoa Joe, man, like, I hate the way that he's been written in every fucking company. The only company that's ever done him real justice was TNA and Ring of Honor.
That's it.
That's it, bro. That is it. But he can easily go back to Ring of Honor and win any championship he wants on that TV. On that TV station, okay? Like, it's that easy. But yeah, I had mentioned AJ Styles earlier, and he appeared this week on SmackDown, seemingly to have brought back his Lone Wolf gimmick, and I'm actually hyped for that. The last time we seen his Lone Wolf gimmick was 2013, his last year in TNA, and before he left TNA, he was a world champion. He came to WWE and got the shit cracking. With him having this gimmick, shows you what type of time he's on. AJ Styles is not bullshitting, and he's not fucking with anyone. We seen the Club and Michin try to greet him on SmackDown this past week, and he was not going for it. And right before that, they showed an entire highlight reel of how Jimmy pretty much beat the fuck out of AJ Styles, and then Solo finished him off by jumping on him.
Quick sidebar, Matt, that sentence is crazy. Even before you said whatever the pause about, Jimmy beat the fuck out of AJ. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, that was crazy. My bad, pause. That was crazy. But yeah, pretty much that's what had happened. And AJ Styles was not fucking with that shit. AJ Styles was looking at the Club like, yo, where was you niggas at? Like, come on. Are we good? You really think we good?
You guys don't want to win. man. You guys will be back there.
Hey, and I'm not even gonna cap, bro. AJ Styles is looking like I wouldn't even want to try him. Pause. Like I'm not like you know what I mean. Like I don't want to fight.
He's
like
angry as hell. He got that peacoat.
He looked mad.
Bro, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this peacoat. Me and him was agreeing that he need to get this jacket back.
Yeah, for real. Cause that like half-ass trench coat freak shit like blazer, that's not it. I want him to have the last jacket he had when he was the Lone Wolf in 2013.
Yeah,
I want to see that jacket. You know what I mean? But this AJ Styles, he been in the gym and he looked like he done had a picture of the niggas that fucked him up on his wall.
I'm gonna
fuck you up, nigga. Wait until I get back. He looked like he's very motivated, and I'm excited, and that's why I'm also telling you, bro, it goes back to Roman Reigns, man. You can't keep going over on these great wrestlers, bro. You was never like that in the beginning, and you was losing to these niggas, is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, therefore, you don't deserve to have it this long or keep overlapsing these motherfuckers when it comes to wins. Like, no, that's insane. And especially when you're cheating to beat a lot of these niggas. That's also discrediting yourself and making you look like a fake prophet because, nigga, you can't even hold your own. Like, you know what I mean? You always need to have backup and shit. So how can you really be the GOAT?
He said solo the tribal air. That
shit had me cracking up. All that tribal air shit too, by the way, is come on now. Y'all know Roman don't want nobody succeeding him. And that being said, bro, I just don't be looking at Roman as like, you know, a real champion. And you know, you can't keep overlapping these star players in WWE. You're discrediting them, and at the same time, you don't even stand on business for real on your own. So yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. And that's also what needs to come from this AJ Styles Lone Wolf gimmick, like a world title.
Oh my god,
definitely a world title, and you're not on Raw, so it ain't gonna be
I was
easy.
just thinking that looking at him, bro. I was like, when he was in the ring.
Bro, you don't get souped up like that and come back and not.
I was just thinking about that when he was in the ring, LA Knight and Randy Orton, and he was talking and cutting that promo. I was like, if you change your gimmick to be just depressing motherfucker again and don't win, I'm gonna hate you.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. Imagine he did all that to be a United States champion.
He need to be world.
Or to be a tag team champion.
You need to go to Raw and beat CM Punk up. And then say, bitch ass nigga, I didn't like you in never company. I didn't like when you was in TNA for a little bit.
Right.
When you was in Ring of Honor, you probably wanted to match with me. I didn't want to get no match with you because I thought you sucked. I'm about to beat the fuck out of you.
They low-key had a great-ass match, and I don't know if it was Ring of Honor, but it was definitely the indie scene I had seen on Twitter.
See,
that shit, they was going to
be
crazy.
Punk, I don't fuck
I think
you,
Punk
dog.
beat him, too.
See, I know it's like, the promoter was like, AJ make him look good. And you know, AJ is like, yeah, man, alright.
So what's next on the show, my guy?
Well, next, we gotta talk about Samoa Joe and MJF getting attacked by the Devils in the ring. Bro, who's under this mask? Not only that, they get challenged for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. And they keep asking MJF if he's a hero. So they're manipulating him. They're seeing that he's turning over this new leaf. And they keep putting him in situations to prove that he's a good guy and wants to have a fair fight. And he's falling for it. So in a way, people are upset about the storyline. But I love this character development within Max because I always tell him when he loses his belt, all this shit's gonna come full circle, and he's gonna be just twice as the wrestler that he. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that you mentioned earlier. He's so young. He's doing all this, bro. So where does it go from here? That's why I've said a couple months ago. I said, bro, that's why I can't wait because I honestly, truly feel in my spirit, bro. He's about to be on some even more like he might be one of your favorites by the next year, and he won't even have the championship. And I know you're somebody that, like Title Town too, like you like to see wrestlers win.
He'll never be one of my favorite wrestlers, but I respect him as I do the Miz. I'm just right there. Like I've said on
what if
previous shows.
What if he's not running and
I don't care, bro. I know the real MJF, so therefore. He's not going to be able to change me. Like, just like The Miz. We know how The Miz started.
What's the real match?
Bro, is The Miz ever going to be your favorite wrestler, top 5? Well, okay, thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because you've seen the come up. And everybody says, what I always tell you, MJF was a whiny, entitled little bitch that used to come up on screen and complain and nag his way into title matches or nag his way into a match or finesse his way out of a match. Okay, that was him. And then he gets this title finally, and he's cheating to win the majority of his matches. So he's not really standing on business. But at the same time, he's having good wrestling matches. So it's like, why aren't you finishing the job? So it's like, yeah, no, bro. He's not ever going to be top 5 for me, but I respect him. You know what I mean? I done made peace with all the heels. You know, especially the ones that ruined my childhood. But I done made peace with them, and now I can just be like, okay, I don't fuck with you, but I respect you. And yeah, you can wrestle your motherfucking ass off. Congrats.
Shit, sure, my boy. But I will say this. I personally think Max is about to be on some different shit. I can't wait to see what that is, though.
Definitely. As far as the devil goes, bro, I really don't know at this point. It could be MJF. It could be Adam Cole. I've been seeing more and more that it's Dolph Ziggler or somebody like that. They're trying to incorporate them into this story so that way they can get their intro into the company. But at the same time, I don't really see that making sense because when the devil popped up, Dolph Ziggler was still on WWE. So, you know, AEW better chill. They might fuck around and, you know, get him sued or some shit for wrestling on 2 different companies at the same time or some shit. If you go say, oh, yeah, this was Dolph Ziggler the whole time. But I don't know, bro. I want to know, where the fuck is Juice?
Oh, he's injured.
Oh, yeah, he got injured.
Surgery.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. And then we don't even be seeing the Guns no more. But
They lost him, Jeff.
Yeah, but at the same time, I like seeing Jay White by himself, bro.
Yeah, because he's getting centered.
Yeah, man, he's getting centered at pause, and at the same time, he's standing on business, bro. Like,
His swag in the ring is just crazy.
Yeah, man, and it's almost like he on some Conor McGregor shit. Like, he gotta hype himself up. I'm the Switchblade, man. You know, I've been doing this, man. You know, you ain't never did this. Like, you know, I've been all around the world, baby. What's up? Like, that's his vibe. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? He's like a rock star. Yeah. He got like that Australian, like, you know, accent kind of. So, yeah.
Exotic, they might sweet, exotic.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, bro. I rock with Jay White, bro. Guns up. That's my nigga, bro. I swear to God, bro. I like the way everything is working out for him. It'd be crazy if the Guns was pretty much the devil. Imagine that.
That'd be insane.
Jay White and them.
That'd be insane.
Like, yo, yeah, we the devils now, and we the champs, and yeah, we got everything.
Need you to get out.
Guns up, baby.
Guns up.
And yeah, so I wouldn't mind seeing that too.
Oh, man.
Moving forward, bro, back to Roman Reigns. Now, we done talked about him and MJF a lot on this show, but, man, they've been giving us a lot of good content to talk about. They the champs. They the ones, right? But as it pertains to this Roman Reigns subject, I like to talk about the interaction between him and Nick Aldis. This is their very first interaction, and I will tell you, I enjoyed it. Pause. Only because Nick Aldis was standing on business. He wasn't intimidated by Roman Reigns in the slightest bit like Adam Pearce kind of was. Adam Pearce wasn't really intimidated, but he'll still do what Roman tell him to do. You know what I mean?
He was sitting there just like, Roman, I thought it was crazy. Roman's sitting here at first like this, like, and then he's like, why is that? Who's Nick Aldis?
Right. That shit had me crying, yo. And for y'all that don't know, Nick Aldis is a former world NWA champion. So, like, you know, he verified out there in the streets. He's a legible wrestler. Yeah, he's a very legible wrestler. And not only that, he held that title this past year. So, he could still wrestle if he wanted to. And don't let none of them suits that y'all be seeing fool you either. That nigga...
He's in good wrestling
shape. He's in wrestling shape for sure. Like, them suits is very...
Bro, they're very elegant.
Yeah.
If you notice, he be wearing...
Because they be light blue and shit like that.
You notice he be wearing, like, kind of like sneakers with dress shoes. Kind of like the dress sneakers. He's like, nigga, I'll beat your ass, but get ready on it.
Right. I'll beat your ass and go to church after this, boy. You better chill out.
Like he's up.
So, yeah, yo. And then I thought it was also hilarious, like... I can't really remember the word for word conversation, but it was somewhere along the lines of like Roman was like, something like, "Didn't you hear me calling for you?" Or I was
looking for you.
I was looking for you, right? Like, and Nick Aldis was like, "Yeah, but quite frankly, I didn't care." Like, you know what I mean? Basically telling you, like, yo, if you want me, you should have came and found me. Why am I gonna go find you? You know what I mean? You not even here. So what the fuck we talking about? You know what I mean? So that's another characteristic that I fuck with from this Nick Aldis character. He's standing on business. He's not intimidated, and you can tell like he gonna run the show how he want it, not how the inmates run it on Raw. Okay, because the Judgment Day and Seth Rollins, now CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura doing whatever, spitting in people's face.
I was just thinking about the Miz,
bro. Like. It's prison over there.
And the Creed brothers glazing over Cody Rhodes.
Bro, it's real prison over there, and notice how like structured it is on SmackDown.
And Nick Aldis ain't playing.
Everything go according to plan on SmackDown.
He said no.
All the backstage fights get cut off instantly. Adam Pearce can't stop a fight to save his life, bro.
He said, "You see this comb over? I'm not bald like Adam Pearce. You're not gonna."
He said, "My wife is Mickey J."
He said, "You're not gonna fuck my hair up." I got my son.
I'm that nigga.
I got my son watching at home. He said, "Dad, why you not wrestling? You're not gonna have him see me getting beat up and then say, Dad, I thought you wasn't wrestling."
Yeah, with that being said, y'all, I'm looking forward to seeing what else Nick Aldis has in store for the Bloodline and everybody else on SmackDown. It looks like he's running a serious ship and he not fucking around
at all.
At all. It might even push him to the point to where he might have to
gear up,
take off that suit and gear up on one of these niggas, bro, and have to really fight. So
show him that technical prowess.
Nick Aldis is one of them classic wrestlers too. Like he don't do nothing too flashy. He kind of like an LA Knight, but like on a different level.
Nick Aldis is very technically sound. Not only that, he's legible in holding the championship. Me and him both grew up watching him wrestle in TNA.
Yes.
Under a different name as Magnus. For those people who are not aware, he's been wrestling for I want to say 20 years at least.
At least he's very verified in the streets.
And former tag team champion, former television champion. He's
world champion, all type of shit. Like I said, he was just world champion this past year. So yeah, he ain't for no fuck around. Last but not least, to finish the show, we got Triple H now being in charge of the Hall of Fame. Now, I like this, but at the same time, I don't like the narrative. I don't want the Hall of Fame to be like one of those WWE predetermined matches. Like, let the Hall of Fame be for people that really deserved it.
Organic.
Real organic and really paved the way and set a standard in WWE. Like, don't let it be on the sports entertainment shit and induct people that ain't got no fucking business or, just playing around with it like that. I don't want it to be a joke, but I do have some suggestions on who should be in the Hall of Fame this year. And I'll give a brief example of a few, but all these people have either set the standard or you can't mention WWE history or a lot of these wrestlers' history without eventually mentioning one of these names in their timeline. Like the greats, like John Cena's, the Trish Stratus's, the Triple H's, the Booker T's, the Undertakers. Like they've all had eventually legendary matches with one of these people.
I'm trying to think of somebody myself who else is legendary, but
they've had legendary matches with these people, and they don't really. You can't tell their career without one of these people. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. First things first, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, you keep acting like, I don't care if I'm in the Hall of Fame or not. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Call cap on that.
I'm calling major cap. You know damn well 10 years from now, if you still ain't in the Hall of Fame, you're going to be sick as fuck. You're going to be sitting there on Twitter like, what the fuck? Like, I should be doing this. I beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night.
I made money in the bank.
You know what I mean? Like, he gonna be on Twitter going crazy. So, Chris, you want to be in the Hall of Fame, bro. Lex Luger, He's a GOAT in his own right. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and my granddad's. And that's also why I fuck with Lex Luger, because, you know, that was my granddad's favorite wrestler, and that's how we, like, started bonding over wrestling and shit like that. Michelle McCool, this was probably one of the greatest women's champions of all time. You can argue that with her because she went against the best of the best at that time in her era. And every time you guys call her to get off the couch, she comes out and has legible matches that literally make you damn near beg for her to come back to the company and just have one more run.
I just want to say quickly, I'll never forget how you highlighted her when she came out for her Rumble, jumping out the stand to her daughter to come in the match. And really had a good showing too, in some Uggs.
Bro, in some Uggs. She got up out the stands and got busy. So that's what I'm saying, man. She was one of the GOATs. Like, you can't mention WWE women's history without mentioning her. And at the same time, she is the Undertaker's wife. So don't play. Do not play with Mark.
She got that pedigree about her.
You know, so, yeah, she's actually one of the GOATs of this. She's low-key, probably, I would say, top 10 favorite women's wrestlers of all time, for real. The Big Show, former world champion. He's done all the buffoonery for WWE.
And they don't honor him.
They don't honor him at all. And at the same time, it's kind of his fault. Because every chance he gets, he talks shit about the company that has put food on his table for multiple years. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of his fault. But at the same time, like, you guys didn't have Big Show do so much clown shit, so much dastardly shit. Like, I always think back to, like, Eddie Guerrero, like, hitting him with the laxatives, having shit everywhere.
That's immediately what I thought about.
Who cut his hair? Kurt Angle cut his hair.
With the dart gun and cut his hair.
Yeah, on some fucked up shit. He ain't never grew that hair back. Bro, he stepped through a table when he lost the Intercontinental Championship to Cody Rhodes. Getting knocked out by Mayweather. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
He was the 7-foot giant, like the most dominant. Like,
after that, he was knocking everybody out, though. He was like, okay, you want to laugh at me? Baga!
Bro, he was that's it, right.
And his fist was like the size of your head, bro. So, bro, one good time, it's over.
If you would have told me as a young kid that Floyd Mayweather was going to beat the Big Show, I would have told you because I just don't like the Big Show.
Nigga, I would have told you Mayweather would never be in WWE.
Exactly.
Bro. What are you talking about?
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer, bro.
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk? You stupid.
You don't get it.
Nah. Big Show would probably step on him. If Mayweather was going there to wrestle, oh yeah, Big Show should step on him. But in a boxing match, I don't know. I still didn't know. I still wouldn't know. But again, I'd be a kid thinking about it. Yeah. But yeah, the Big Show, he definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Umaga. I say Umaga because of how much respect that Solo has for him, to where he's imitating his character. The Usos always show him so much praise. And Roman always mentions him when he's talking about his heritage and stuff. So, like, obviously Umaga was like a big factor in that family. And at the same time, you know, you guys had Umaga doing a lot of the buffoonery too sometimes. Like, you know, he was the Samoan bulldozer, and at the same time, you guys never allowed him to even speak a word. Not one English word. All he said was, I can't even tell you one Umaga sentence that I can actually remember. All I remember is,
he never spoke once he was in Umaga mode. Because then he had a handler, Antonio.
I've never heard him speak English before. Never have I ever. Have you ever heard him speak? Not even like, you know, the WWF days.
I wouldn't even used to him speak. Like,
no.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that at all. So, yeah, no, Umaga paved the way for the Usos. You know, he's the reason why we fuck with them, and Solo Sikoa, and, of course, Roman Reigns. So, he definitely should be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, along with Gail Kim. She's my favorite Asian wrestler of all time. She's also one of the first women to actually come into WWE and win a title off the rip. So, you know, and then after that, she goes to TNA and has an incredible career over there. Literally murders it, to where she's probably the best world champion that they've ever had over there. Next to Awesome Kong, her greatest enemy, of course.
Greatest rival.
So yeah, man, Gail Kim definitely. Another woman who was definitely on my top 5 list when I was a kid, at least, Melina. You know what I mean? Like you can't mention WWE women's history without Melina, without her. And she was probably the second greatest Divas champion because of how many times she won it.
First,
Trish.
Can't argue with that.
Yep. And I say that because, like Trish Stratus, Melina never used any help, or she never had a faction. Yeah, she always won them world titles by herself and off her own wits and off her own skill. And that's why I always respected her and always rock with her in the ring. And then she also proved to you that she's not just one of those pretty faces in WWE or just there to, get catapulted into something else. Yes, you know what I mean? Like, she's not just there to get another modeling gig or to do some movies or some bullshit. She's there. She proved to you guys that she was there to win world championships.
Every time she
and if you guys would have had Money in the Bank and Royal Rumbles and all that shit for women back then, I promise you she would have been one of the winners of one of those. Definitely. One of those. She had at least, like, she held that shit, I think, like, at least, like, 4 to 5 times. And I know Trish Stratus held it at least 7 times.
Yeah, she had 7 times.
So that's why, I put her right there. But yeah, Melina definitely should be on the list. Former referee Earl Hebner. He's been in all the classic matches, like all the Stone Cold matches, like
all the Attitude Era matches,
all the great ones. You know what I mean?
Even when Chris Jericho won his first world championship that was reversed, he was in that match.
Yes. So, he's legendary in his own right. The man is literally damn near like an icon. He's the most memorable faces of the wrestling referee community.
When he said his name, I automatically thought about him poking Triple H in his chest.
Yeah, like,
leave me the fuck alone.
Right. He stood on business. He never let one of the wrestlers push him around.
Triple H would have to knock him out.
Literally. Every time.
He can't cheat with Earl. He caught him down the middle.
Right. Every time, yo. So Earl is a fucking legend, man. And then last but not least, Finlay. Finlay definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame because him, like Dusty Rhodes, trained the majority of the wrestling talent in WWE. He taught them how to wrestle. You know what I mean? He's the reason why we have a lot of the great wrestling that we have today. So, I think you guys should just give him his flowers. And, I feel like his last peak as the United States champion, he never really got a world championship in WWE. But at the same time, he was well respected. And so respected enough, you guys made him a U.S. champion when you had MVP, Kane, The Undertaker, Matt Hardy, you name it. The roster was stacked. And he was one of the star champions on that brand at that time. So, Finlay was one of the goats of this. And who can forget that Shillelagh and his great times with Hornswoggle. So, yeah, man, he should definitely be inducted. Because you guys be inducting anybody anyway. So, come on, at least give it to somebody that actually deserves it. He's helping develop young talent and giving us the Seth Rollins and the Roman Reigns, the Dean Ambroses, all of them. Like, you know what I mean? Daniel Bryan and all that.
He's seasoned in the first for anybody else.
Exactly. So, yeah. That's my Hall of Fame list. Let me know who you guys think should be in the Hall of Fame. You got anybody on the list, bro?
Man, you had some great people on that list. Who's the last person you said just now?
Finlay.
Oh, I think that would be a great person to add to the list just because Finlay has done so much for, when it comes to aggressive wrestling. So, and even, seeing little tricks and trades of cheating. He's showing us, using the apron as a weapon.
Yeah, he'll pull that apron out for you to fall in, and then he'll beat the shit out of you.
How do you see do that now?
Right, everybody does that now.
He's innovative, so,
The Miz, you name it.
He's a very crafty guy. As a youngster watching him, I was like, oh, you're just a dirty old man. You'll do anything it takes to win.
Right. He reminded me of Hardcore Holly.
Yeah.
I was like just one of those dudes that, just don't be on bullshit.
Leave me alone, because if you think I'm soft, I'm going to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah. You come around here thinking I'm old.
I walk with a weapon.
Yes. Literally.
Open it out. So if you think it's a problem, it's a problem.
Right.
And I just think he's so dope. I just really hope he doesn't have to go through any major injuries. That's the only thing I worry about.
Yeah, seriously.
I think it's great to see Finlay going back how you say he trained with the newer generation. I think his son's pretty cool too. They give him a hard time. I actually would like to see him transition to WWE too from New Japan. I just hope, barring any real major injuries, and it'd be cool for him to see like father and son, because I know Regal kind of transitioned back to WWE to have that same type of thing
relationship with his
son.
son.
I already see that Finley's son is already so much ahead. Doesn't matter if people don't reciprocate to him right now. Maybe he's in the wrong market. Maybe they need to put him in the WWE atmosphere, and that can turn him up, you know?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I've seen some glimpses of him in the wrestling scene out there, and yeah, he's no bullshit, just like his dad. And I think right now New Japan is great for him. You know what I mean? That's a great place to start.
I think it is too.
I would like to see him transition to WWE though.
They hate on him.
But I feel like him developing there, I trusted more.
Yeah,
I don't know why I trusted more, but I just feel like, okay, like you're already getting the hard shit.
Yeah.
Like pause. Like if you know New Japan wrestling, you know it ain't no bullshit. You know, it's a reason why they call it strong style and shit like that. Pause. Like it's no bullshit wrestling. So you know, if you're coming up in that, like you can come up in any other wrestling company out here.
Because you got grit.
Exactly. They already know like what you're made of. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, you was in New Japan, so okay, we know that we can hit you as hard as we want, and you can exactly, and you can also give a crazy hit like Shinsuke Nakamura, for example. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, I would like to see that happen. With that being said, that's gonna wrap up our show. We appreciate y'all for watching, and peace out from the world champ himself and my dog.
I think I need to feed you water.
Peace. This has been another episode of Wrestling with the Exotics, the greatest wrestling podcast on YouTube. We appreciate everybody out there for tuning in. Make sure you guys also like, comment, and subscribe on this shit, man. Tell your friends about it. And at the same time, go check out our shop at pcfshop.myshopify.com. We got some gear on there for all the players around the world. Yeah, heard me. Again, it's your boy, the Franchise Kid, Franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
I think I need to feed you water, but you can call me Cam.
Peace.